Good evening. Stefan is off tonight. We begin with a tragic story out of eastern Ontario. Police are investigating a homicide, a daughter charged with the murder of her own mother. We now know the victim was a well-known retired professor from Carleton University. Police say officers were asked by a concerned community member to do a wellness check earlier this week. Officers were called to the home on County Road 2 in Leeds in the Thousand Islands Township, about an hour-and-a-half drive from downtown Ottawa. When they arrived at the home, they found her dead. Police have identified the victim as 78-year-old Catherine Graham of Leeds in the Thousand Islands Township. Her daughter, who has the same name, 43-year-old Catherine Graham, is charged with first-degree murder. The victim worked for years at Carleton in the School of Public Policy and Administration. Her research focusing on local governance and Indigenous and Northern policy. She's also been recognized for her volunteer work in the Thousand Islands area. Here's more from police.
We don't believe there's anyone else involved in this, but we still have to continue collecting evidence and talking to witnesses. And as part of that, if anyone does have any information that could shed light on what took place prior to the killing, we want to hear from them.
In a statement, Carleton writes, Graham was a distinguished scholar, leader, and public servant whose career profoundly shaped the fields of public policy, local governance, community development, and Indigenous policy in Canada. Police say they can't speculate on motive. The victim's daughter remains in custody. She was arrested and charged yesterday, the day after her mother's body was discovered. Now, whether you see Christmas shopping as a chore or a reason to cheer with 1 week to go until Christmas, many are simply finding it tougher to get the job done and stay on budget. Tough choices when it comes to gifts and celebrations, with affordability a bigger factor than ever. CTV's Dave Charbonneau reports.
For Chino Izaguirre, holiday shopping comes with a reality check.
Things are expensive. Yeah. Things are probably overpriced.
He still has a few items left to buy, knowing it won't be cheap.
I just know to save up around this time, and then I know it's going to be a little dent in the wallet, but hey, it's Christmas. Christmas is always expensive.
But some shoppers are way ahead of the game, done weeks early and shopping sales.
I mean, I sort of pick up things throughout the year, and we don't lose our minds at Christmas time.
The way some people shop is changing as they look for savings.
I was shopping online at first, and now I was like, okay, it's going to be cheaper to come and get it in person than doing it online. So found the stores, saw that they had them available here at Bayshore, and was like, okay, let me come and do some quick shopping.
Experts say the in-person experience still matters.
The in-store experience is still important because it's allowing the shopper to see the variety of available merchandise there in the store that's well curated, available, and discounted.
The Retail Council of Canada says this year, the average Canadian adult plans to spend just under $1,000 on holiday gifts.
Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. And I mean, you try to buy on Black Friday or Cyber Monday, but it still doesn't cut it.
There are plenty of sales this holiday season, but some say the discounts aren't deep enough.
The cost is crazy, particularly because I have a 15-year-old daughter. So, the things that she's asking for are like $100 a pop.
What do you do to try to save money?
This time of year?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't.
And though some of the sweetest traditions still come with a price tag, for Mom, it's worth it.
It's a Christmas tradition and one of her favorite treats. So it's something that we always like to get her, and she loves the little Lindt chocolate balls.
Dave Charbonneau, CTV News.
Well, this beautiful shot tonight at the Rink of Dreams in Ottawa. And for our first check on weather, CTV's Jackie Perez has more. Jackie.
Well, several watches and warnings are in place for eastern Ontario as we have this heavy weather system moving through. It's going to be bringing rainfall. Parts of the region could see 20 to 30 millimeters of rain. Here in Ottawa, a weather statement is in place, so 10 to 20 millimeters. What we are keeping an eye on, though, is that temperature drop. We're going to start the day off about 8 degrees, and it's going to drop to about 1 degree by the time we get into the early afternoon, which could change into some flurries. So we are keeping a close eye on this. If you are planning your road trip or your holiday trip starting Friday evening, keep an eye on this. You may want to wait until Saturday. Right now, conditions across the region, about 4 degrees for the overnight low. Daytime high for tomorrow, 8 degrees. Then we're getting out to about -1 for our Friday evening.
Thanks, Jackie. Well, just days before Christmas, blizzard-like conditions are disrupting travel across the prairies.
What's it like today?
It's freezing.
The ice is like a sandstorm, but with crystals of snow.
The snow led to the closure of multiple highways and schools in southern Manitoba, and yesterday it led to the temporary suspension of all flights at the Calgary airport. The storm also caused a massive pileup on an Alberta highway yesterday that involved between 80 and 100 vehicles. This happened outside of Calgary as heavy snow and strong winds created near whiteout conditions. Police were urging drivers to stay off all roads because there was zero visibility. While the Kingston doctor ordered to repay the Ontario government hundreds of thousands of dollars will have her case reviewed. Dr. Elaine Ma took her fight to court after she was asked to give back the $600,000 she charged OHIP during the pandemic. Dr. Ma billed the province for drive-through vaccine clinics she ran. She mobilized other physicians and medical students to help administer the vaccine. But the Ministry of Health came back and said it was an improper use of billing. Dr. Ma is disputing that claim, and the court has now agreed to a judicial review. The ruling, written by Justice Wendy Matheson, says it was unreasonable for the Health Services Appeal and Review Board to state there were no extenuating circumstances during the pandemic. The case has been referred back to the board to determine the amount Dr. Ma should reimburse OHIP. A woman is in hospital with serious injuries after she was struck by a vehicle in Vanier this morning, and police say the driver fled the scene. The collision happened on MacArthur Avenue between La Fontaine and Lacasse Avenue just before 10 o'clock. Police say the woman was walking on the sidewalk when she was struck by a red Dodge minivan that did not remain at the scene. The woman was brought to hospital in critical but stable condition. Anyone who witnessed the collision or who may have dash cam footage is asked to contact Ottawa Police.
I want to tell everybody in the city of Ottawa how much I appreciate, and I tell them often when they're in the store, I love them like family.
Coming up, the end of an era for a familiar face in Ottawa retail. We fill you in right after the break.
The magic of the holidays is here, and this year the need is greater than ever.
Let's ensure every child in our community feels the joy with CTV and Move 100's Toy Mountain.
Together with the Salvation Army, we can help spread cheer and make a child's wish come true.
Drop off any new unwrapped toy to the designated drop-off locations or make a monetary donation online.
For all the details, visit toymountain.ca, presented by Donnelly Automotive Group.
A familiar face in Ottawa retail is stepping away after decades as a trusted source for kids' footwear. After nearly 45 years, Rob the Shoeman Kranzberg is retiring. And with no buyers, the Kiddie Kobbler will leave with him. The Kiddie Kobbler location on St. Laurent Boulevard has operated in the same spot for more than 20 years. And before that, across the street at St. Laurent Shopping Centre. CTV's Tyler Fleming reports.
Used to like your dinosaur shoes when you were small.
That was then. Today, all grown up. Talabrand Barry and family remain loyal customers of Kiddie Kobbler on St. Laurent Boulevard.
I love coming here. We've been coming for 22 years. All the kids and my husband and I, we all buy our shoes here.
What do you think about that?
At its soul, Rob the Shoeman Kranzberg, who started as a part-timer.
First day on the job was miserable.
But helping kids to walk got him running towards ownership.
Made a proposal to the owner as a teenage kid. Begged, borrowed, and stole anything I could to try and put a deposit down on the business.
Ever since, he's been selling quality footwear, including a custom-crafted line of kids' orthotics.
Something like this really does benefit a child, and it makes me very proud to know that I had a hand in this. It's been fantastic. We have such support from the community.
Now it's time to lace up for retirement.
I want to start all the things I've said no to for the past decades because work was always a priority. Work has been my first love, my main love. There's nobody that's come up and wanted to buy it, which again surprises me. So sometime in the spring, I'm hoping maybe by the end of March, be able to move out.
Dandanovsky has worked here close to a quarter century.
It didn't feel like a job, so I always had a ton of fun every day when I came to work.
Rob, he became family. He deserves it 100%, but still sad.
Joan here is wearing what we were very often refer to as the shoe man. I'm known for wearing my 2 different shoes, and Joan is the beneficiary of the opposite feet.
While Kranzberg knows it's time, like his shoes, there are mixed emotions.
I want to tell everybody in the city of Ottawa how much I appreciate, and I tell them often when they're in the store that I love them like family. They've just been the most wonderful, given me the most wonderful experience. I couldn't have asked for a better career than this one, thanks to all the customers that come in and all the children that are so happy to be here.
Tyler Fleming, CTV News.
The Ottawa Senators were back on home ice tonight, facing off with the Pittsburgh Penguins for the first time this season.
Power play. Down low. Anderson pulls off control. He scores! Capitalizing on the power play, and the Senators take a 1-0 lead.
That first goal from Brady Tkachuk, who scored twice during the game. The final score, 4-0 for Ottawa. The Senators were coming off of a 3-game road trip. They are back on the ice at the Canadian Tire Centre on Saturday, December 20th, to face the Chicago Blackhawks.
Jacques Martin came in and he brought structure, team play. But he was really ahead of his time and a great teacher. Thank you, Jacques. 96. Jacques Martin coaches.
We will all get a chance to say thank you, Jacques, on January 24th. The coach who first took the Ottawa Senators to the playoffs back in 1997 and produced competitive teams consistently for years will be added to the Ring of Honor. His longtime captain and colleague Daniel Alfredson surprising him with the news in a video they were voicing together side by side. Jacques, who is 73, joked he was happy this was happening while he is still alive, before saying he has been privileged to coach outstanding players. Well, this beautiful shot tonight, we can see those lights at Confederation Park, and it was a pretty mild evening after a cold snap the last couple of days. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam. It's 5 degrees out there right now. CTV's Jackie Perez has more on the forecast. Jackie.
Well, temperatures dropped earlier this evening to about 2 degrees, but those overnight lows, we're actually going to be warming up. Overnight, about 4 degrees. We're going to start to see the rain coming through, so 5 to 10 millimeters overnight, and then the wind gusts are going to really start to pick up when we head out the door. We can get gusts up to 60 kilometers per hour. The daytime high is about 7-8 degrees, and that's first thing in the morning. Temperatures are going to start to drop, and we will see all in all about 10 to 20 millimeters of rain, which will change into flurries as those temperatures start to cool. Tonight's lows across eastern Ontario between 4 or 5 degrees, about 7 in Kingston. We're sitting around the freezing mark in Montreal and Petawawa, Maniwaki, about 4 degrees. Tomorrow's daytime highs 10 in Cornwall, so pretty warm. But again, all these temperatures are going to be early in the morning where temperatures are going to be dropping. So 4 or 5 degrees, even though you feel like that when you head out the door, bring that extra parka because you want to warm up by the time you head out for the work week. These are the conditions that are going to be moving through for our Friday. Saturday, mainly clear conditions. Sunday, though, we could see some snow moving through. Now, the 7-day forecast is brought to you by Pressler Law Firm. You don't pay unless we win. Call 1-800-JUSTICE. So -4 is our daytime high for Saturday. Then things are going to start to get more mild. -3 for that overnight low into our Sunday, where we could see the return of some snow coming for the first official day of winter. And that's Sunday, where our daytime high is -2.
Oh, it's awesome. It is fantastic.
Coming up, it's graduation day at the Ottawa Mission. We meet some of the people who just completed the food services training program.
This is your United Way Minute.
In rural communities, the services are not as many. People feel more isolated. The Mood Walk program combines all the benefits of nature, physical activity, mental health strategies, and the social connection.
I moved here during COVID, and I was very isolated. It was like a big step for me to actually make new friends this late in life. At first, you know, everybody was kind of all by themselves, and then by the end of the 4 weeks, we were all chatting back and forth and exchanging phone numbers and really getting to know one another.
The partnership with United Way allows us to offer a variety of programs for free.
Now, because of this, I've made connections. I've really made Hawkesbury my home.
Help those in our rural communities find mental health resources and community connections. Donate today at unitedwayeo.ca or call 613-228-6700.
Ontario Provincial Police are reminding drivers that a cat doesn't count as an extra passenger. Officers stopped a woman driving alone in the HOV lane on Highway 417 near Terry Fox Drive. OPP say she mistakenly believed that because she had her cat with her, she was allowed to use the HOV lane. She received a $110 fine and 3 demerit points. Well, the Ottawa Mission is more than a place to sleep or to have a meal. For many, it's a chance at a fresh start. And today, more than 30 graduates completed the food services training program, and most already have a job lined up. Here's CTV's Peter Sperling.
The start of a new chapter.
Oh, it's awesome. It is fantastic.
Ash Perry, graduating from the Ottawa Mission's Food Services Training Program.
Being able to do something like this, it's an absolute blessing.
He's one of 32 students celebrating. And after learning the skills required to work in a commercial kitchen, he's already found work at a downtown restaurant.
All because of this.
It's a complete turnaround from where his life was last year.
Things got pretty dark for me. And I was heavily into drugs, and I had lost everything. And through programs like Jericho Road, the Ottawa Mission, a family that was very supportive, I was able to do the work and get myself back out of that.
Each graduate here with a different story, making a change.
I think they all surprised me a bit because I meet them on the first day, and then up until the last day, the changes they've made in their lives, the choices they've made, they've just done wonderful.
The program started more than 20 years ago. The mission says around 90% of grads find employment in the food service industry.
It's a big piece of how we do things differently here at the mission, that when you come in the blue doors for a meal or perhaps for a bed, we hope to put you on a course where you can get help.
Joseph Park with a dream of becoming a chef.
I tried to apply to a restaurant for a job and nobody was hitting me back, no one was responding to me. And then I tried to look at maybe I could go to culinary school, but that's really expensive and unaffordable.
Now he's one step closer.
It's definitely kind of helped put me on the path to kind of achieving those goals.
New goals and opportunities for these grads.
If my story would help one person find a way out of where I was a year ago, then it's worth sharing. It's definitely worth sharing.
Peter Sperling, CTV News.
Starting January 1st, employers with more than 25 people on their payroll must post compensation ranges in all their publicly advertised job postings. The range can't have a gap bigger than $50,000 unless the pay range exceeds $200,000. Employers will also be required to disclose the use of artificial intelligence in the hiring process.
It's been several years, I think, that since we've seen a bad flu season like this.
Coming up, a troubling flu season in the nation's capital is underway. We hear from Ottawa's top doctor after the break.
Get the latest live local breaking news. Sign up now for our morning and evening CTV News Ottawa newsletter. The best local content from CTV News, Your Morning Ottawa, and News Talk 580 CFRA. Get it all in one place. Sign up now at ctvnewsottawa.ca. The CTV News Ottawa newsletter is brought to you in part by CAA Business.
The Bell Media building is lit up brighter and bigger this year thanks to our friends at Christmas Decor from Nutrilon. The Ottawa Police Service's annual purse project has wrapped up, delivering more than 400 purses to women's shelters across the city.
We see firsthand our officers are dealing with members in the community who are struggling, either financially or with homelessness, and this provides women some dignity and an ability to look after themselves.
Each purse is filled with toiletries and feminine hygiene products. This marks the 10th year of the project. Since 2015, thousands of purses have been filled and delivered to women living in local shelters. Well, 1 week to Christmas, families are thinking of ways to stay healthy and get together. This troubling flu season has health officials concerned, and we learned this week 3 Ottawa area children have died from complications due to flu. The rate of infection detected at CHEO is 44 times higher than last year.
Anyone over the age of 6 months can be vaccinated, And unfortunately, anyone can get serious complications from flu, and anyone can pass away from flu complications.
Many children have stayed home sick from school this week. Ottawa's top doctor says it's not too late to get your flu shot and advises that you should stay home if you're not feeling well.
The worst thing that can happen for us is our staff gets sick and we can't provide the stories to our viewers and listeners.
Coming up, we say goodbye to a very special member of our Bell Media Ottawa team.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, I'm Tanea Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barrhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barrhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford dealership, and Ontario's #1 Ford EV dealer.
Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass sky cam. It's 5 degrees out there right now. Well, time for our final check on the weather. CTV's Jackie Perez has more. Jackie.
Be a warm start to the day, actually 8 degrees to kick things off. The rain, though, is going to be moving through Eastern Ontario for all throughout our Friday. So bring the umbrella. You might even want to bring those gloves, though, because temperatures are going to drop. While we are getting to a daytime high about 7-8 degrees, by the time 3 p.m. rolls around, it's going to be closer to about 1 degree, maybe in parts of the region seeing -1. And then for Saturday, daytime high about -4. Things are going to start to average out by the time we start and get closer to Christmas, where we're going to see temperatures around -5.
Every night when you watch this newscast, you see the anchors and reporters on air, but behind the scenes is a team of people working to make it all happen. And leading our team here at Bell Media Ottawa is someone named Peter Angioni, our Director of News Information and Programming. Every day he works to make our television, radio, and digital news coverage better. And tonight we are saying goodbye as he gets ready to move to Toronto. So we wanted to say thank you because every story that you have seen, listened to, or read online, Peter made it all happen. Here are a few highlights.
Breaking news story at this hour.
Like many drawn to the TV news business, Peter Angioni started his career on air, telling stories.
In Spryfield, Peter Angioni.
But soon learned that his biggest talent lay in his vision, putting the pieces into play, creating and producing what viewers would see from behind the scenes.
Patricia, we're going to take it back to you.
Angioni knows how to make TV appealing.
Here's what you'll need to bring when you...
Challenging reporters to speak to their audience with common, concise language.
It's a big savings for...
in a way that resonates. Knowing what the next big thing or person might be.
I saw him something different.
If you saw it on local Ottawa TV over the last 2 decades, he likely had a hand in it.
You are husband and wife.
So many memorable morning show moments, and then helping you end your day.
He's pretty good at that.
From 2014 on, Angioni has molded the flagship CTV News Ottawa 6 p.m. newscast. As the role of reporters and camera people evolve,
I could do something spectacular like a cannonball.
Ushering in the age of the multi-skilled journalist.
A lot of people right now on our homepage.
And expanding the digital news component, now becoming the backbone of any newsroom.
This is great, our first big breakfast.
Most recently guiding radio coverage too. Over the years, some particularly proud moments.
They're joined by members of the Afghan National...
Creating a rare opportunity for a local reporter in Afghanistan.
We are back in the flood zone.
Putting us live in the water for flood coverage. Behind the scenes for CHEO telethons, he took interest in every detail on set, making sure the annual fundraiser on CTV Ottawa would have maximum impact. Another 3 confirmed cases. Perhaps his biggest challenge.
The worst thing that can happen for us is our staff gets sick and we can't provide the stories to our viewers and listeners.
Guiding a newsroom through the COVID pandemic.
Technology.
While many more watched from home, his team keeping tabs on an ever-evolving health emergency.
Everything was destroyed.
A hand in coverage of every tragedy and catastrophe.
I'm supposed to be getting the e-transfer, not giving away one for 1,000.
Consumer crisis and feel-good moment.
The community is rallying around to support everyone.
Peter Angioni has seen CTV Ottawa's local newsroom through it all, and now that experience here in the capital will take him to Canada's biggest city. And fittingly, we wish the very best to the man who put together incredible teams over the years. bolstered by team-building moments with a little CTV Christmas cheer.
Well, that's CTV News for this Thursday, December 18th. CTV News continues all 9. For all of us at CTV News, thanks for watching. Good night.
Friday on CTV. The fall finale of Boston Blue.
Boston PD! Stop where you are! I'm Detective Daniel Reagan, NYPD.
Ready to run it back, Brooklyn?
Try and stop me, being